Hi, everyone. This is Ariana Prasad with FanSided, and today I'm here with Jaquan Brisker. He is a safety for the Penn State Nittany Lions, and in 2021, Jaquan made second team All-American and first team All-Big Ten. So we're really excited to see you in NFL draft season and see you heading into the draft. But I was looking through your bio, and we have a little bit of an idea of what JUCO is like from all the reality shows that are out today. Last chance you, but I wanted to ask you, what was your JUCO experience like?
No, very tough, but I enjoyed it with the people I met there. I met a lot of great people, but very tough. Just a small town. Really nothing to do. Not normal. College. Nothing like Penn State. Nothing like other schools like that. So, really just you just got to lock in. You just got to be a student, and then also got to do what you got to do on the football field. But really just only down there to handle your business.
Definitely. Was there one thing that you learned from that experience that helped you elevate your game at Penn State?
No, I would say, watching film. I was like one of the first times, I learned how to watch, film. So, Coach Reese, he did a great job of, helping me, lead me into Penn State, by, just teaching me, tape, how to, knock down some tape.
That's so important. We know, and especially at the safety position, right? Reading those routes and cutting those things. And that was actually one thing. So, again, obviously you have a lot of strengths heading into the draft. You're targeted here, but there's also weaknesses that people saw. So, I'll just read a few. Average route recognition, stares down quarterback, pursuit angles can improve. So, do these comments motivate you as you head into the NFL? And how has watching tape helped you with those things?
Yes, comments like that, sometimes they don't get to me, but it's more just proving people wrong, just, handling my business, just checking the box. And, watching film, it helped a lot, just, knowing what I, had to do and then knowing, what to look for, what to improve on. And then, what also, I do, knowing my weaknesses and knowing what I'm great at.
Definitely. And so, and you had this incredible career at Penn State, but after JUCO, you were actually being targeted by Alabama, which we know is another great football program. So, what made you choose Penn State over all these other schools?
Just to change the narrative around defensive backs, just to come in and establish, change, everything about what they think about defensive backs, just dominate, go to Penn State, and just dominate, show them that they've never seen a safety like me, and especially there at Penn State. So, just change, the narrative and then just be different. Don't be like anybody else.
Okay, so tell me in your words, what is the narrative here that we want to change?
No, I feel like people don't think Penn State DBs. I feel like they don't respect DBs enough. And then just by how they play. How they played before. Just and then just not that many DBs commit to Penn State. So I feel like the narrative around defensive backs is that be in the league here and there, or they're not good enough. So just trying to change things like that. That they don't have great safeties, which we do. So just prove a point.
And is there one little nugget, like let's say someone said that to you and you say, hey, well, there's this factor, you missed this. And obviously there's so much in your game, but what's one thing in particular that you did to help change that narrative at Penn State?
Be consistent in my play. I'll say be consistent. Than any other defensive back in the nation. Just show my versatility. In the run game and in the pass game, and just show up every Saturday.
Yeah, and that's so important. Well, yeah, consistency is key. And speaking of consistency, one major strength that you have is that you played through a big injury in 2021, a shoulder injury. So, what did you learn through that experience of playing through that injury? Because that's something that you'll definitely encounter in the NFL as well.
Really, just mental toughness. Not giving up. Um, you know, just doing everything I can. For my teammates and for my family. So just going out there. Giving it all I got, and really it always transfers to the spring. Spring was the toughest thing of college football because it's spring workouts, but. That's where you find out, if you're really tough or not, and then your chemistry with your teammates. So
Yeah, and that's exciting. And speaking of your teammates, you have quite a few teammates who are also going in the draft. We know Jahan Dotson, but you have many others. So, you played with them, you were in the locker room with them. What are you excited for the rest of the NFL to learn about your Penn State teammates?
That they're great players, especially off the field. You can always call them. They'll always pick up. They're always there for you. They're great off the field. Great character. Do everything right, and then really on the field. They're gonna show up for you. Every Sunday. They're gonna always show up. They're gonna do everything under the coaching standard, and they came from a great program. So once they get developed, they're gonna be great stars.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see that happen this year. They're going, and how you all will enhance all these teams that you join. So, in this past year, this past season, you were part of a historic game, right? A 9-time overtime loss, unfortunately. But I feel like that, crazy that you're part of college football history there. So now the NFL has adapted this new overtime rule. So what do you think, especially as a defensive back, might I add, but what do you think about the new NFL overtime rules allowing both offenses to touch a ball?
I think I don't know. I'm not really used to it. Probably not a fan of it, just because obviously they want it to be changed, but if the defense did their job, then they won't have to change rules. The defense had big shoulders for a reason. So if the defense would have just got it stopped the first time, we wouldn't be having to change rules.
So what was it like for you in that huge game, right? How was your defense and your offense? How was that conversation after the game?
Really, just couldn't believe we went into 9 overtimes and really just kept going, for 2. Like, I think it was really a long game, and just the way everything was going. I don't think people really, liked the 9 overtime rule.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, you said consistency, right? Going through that many times, it takes a lot of endurance and consistency. That's awesome. So just really quickly, I'd like to ask you, so who are some NFL safeties you try to model your game after?
Minka Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, Tyrann Mathieu, and people. I mean, NFL, started out aren't there like Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Deion Sanders, people like that.
So do you think we need to change the narrative in the NFL a little bit and get some more respect for defensive backs?
Yes, I think so. I think we should be like literally right behind the quarterback, just because we make the same amount of checks back there. We have to refer to the corners, to the linebackers to the defensive line, and we make a lot of calls back there, just like the quarterback. We're just as important as the quarterback. So and then if somebody scores, everybody notices us. So if they don't, safety. I mean, the safety did a great job. So, I feel like our job is just as important as the quarterback, because the quarterback throw an interception, everybody knows that. A safety, get let up a touchdown, everybody knows that. So we're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you bring that up, because I think about Ed Reed, and how he was so lauded for that. And it was so difficult, even challenging Tom Brady. But I love that you bring that up, because I completely agree with you there. So, and definitely undervalued and should be highlighted more. And I'm looking forward to you bringing that and getting more attention for that. But speaking of quarterbacks, Dak Prescott is obviously a huge face with Sleep Number. So I want to ask you about your partnership with Sleep Number. How has that helped you improve your game? And what are you looking forward to as far as rest and recovery as an NFL player? How can Sleep Number help you?
I mean, it helped improve my game a lot, just because getting enough sleep, it helped me perform and be laser focused. And then looking forward going to the NFL, it's going to be very important for me to recover, make sure my body is very well, because getting enough sleep helps prevent injuries. That's also going to help my performance, because once I get enough sleep, now I'm laser focused, and now I could move how I want, think how I want. So really, just in all aspects, just help me recover, help me sleep better, and then also help my performance, which are all key points to becoming a great star.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing you as a face of Sleep Number, and also seeing you as a face of DBs in the NFL. I'm so excited about what is to come for you, Jaquan. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to speak with you.
Thank you for having me.